dive in and have a conversation about what's going on for your travels during the month of July. So what a difference a day makes. Certainly New South Wales has thrown a spanner in the works to the goal of elimination for COVID, and I know that's affecting a lot of your travel bans. So I'm going to be talking about borders, what the situation is today, whether your plans might be changed, what's going to happen if those plans are going to be affected, how we're going to move through that situation with New South Wales, where we stand with lockdown, what we've got to look forward to the future, some things that have come up since I posted last that you might be interested in, and great to see a couple of people online, so make a little comment, say hi, it's great that you're here. And what else have I got? I've got about certificates, and I've got about looking to the future. So it's never any fun down in the weeds in the valley like we are at the minute. It's really exciting to keep looking forward. So the outbreaks in New South Wales have certainly put the nation in a spin, and the premiers that lock the borders down have done that. So Western Australia is locked down except for Tasmania and South Australia. So if you're a resident of the other states, the WA borders are closed to you, whether you've been vaccinated or not, whether you've had a COVID test or not. So that's locked down. That's not unusual. That's what happened all of last year during the winter. I've got some notes so that you'll see me looking down at those just to give you a little bit of an indication, so I get my facts right, hopefully. If not, if I make a mistake, I'll make sure in the comments that I update that for you. So WA, let's just talk about New South Wales, because most of our clients are from New South Wales. And as far as travel goes, and thinking about this for the next 2 weeks at least, while New South Wales central area is locked down until the 9th of July, this is the situation. So completely locked out for travel to South Australia and WA. Doesn't matter where you are in New South Wales, at the moment you can't enter, whether you've had a COVID vaccination or not. So if you are travelling in the next couple of weeks, we'll be working through that. I know we do have some people that are going from the middle of the month on, and we're really going to have to wait until that 9th of July to be able to make some decisions with that. And I would imagine that if you can go, that's what you'd be wanting to do. So we will do everything we can to get you away, if that's possible, and if not, we just go back like we did last year, and we just deal with it. It's not in our control, it's beyond our control, we just have to be able to manage it the best way we can. So let me just tell you that all the other states have limited access for New South Wales. So Northern Territory, Tasmania, Queensland and Victoria, if you're based in those hotspot areas, which is live in Sydney, live on the Central Coast, live on the Blue Mountains or Wollongong, you can't go. However, if you live in Newcastle, the Hunter Valley, where we are, not in a hotspot, you can still travel, and you can travel via Sydney, providing you get on in your car, you go straight there, you do not stop in one of those zones, so you can't stop on the Central Coast to get a coffee or anything like that on the way. You go straight from where you are, straight to Sydney, and fly on from there. So that's the latest, that's what I checked out this morning. That could very well change, but let's just go hour by hour. So that is going to be great news for most of our clients that are going anywhere except South Australia and WA. The other great thing is that Williamtown Airport, if you're flying out of Williamtown, fabulous. That works out okay. You don't have to go to Sydney. We don't have to worry about those things. So just keep that in mind, and we'll keep you updated with that. I'm hoping that you know, however, that in all New South Wales, if you're out and about, you need to wear a mask. So if you are coming to visit us in our store in Nelson Bay, please wear a mask. Let us know that you're coming, and there can only be you and one of us in there at a time. So make an appointment ahead would be most helpful. You have our number and the details are there. So when it comes to bookings, as I said, anyone that's going to WA, we're going to monitor those closely. Our South Australia monitor those closely. We're not going to jump in just yet and make some changes because things could change again. But we will do that in time, and all the travel industry is scrambling again, as usual. What I did find out today, and it has been out since the beginning of June, is that I think there's a feeling starting that if those that are vaccinated have a certificate, that we may well be able to travel. And I think let's just hope that in the next couple of months that people that are vaccinated will do that.
Australians who are fully immunised against COVID can access a digital record dubbed a vaccine passport.
Here, anyone who's had one COVID jab already has it recorded on their Medicare details. And now, 2 jabs means you get a digital proof of vaccination certificate.
The Gov app, if you log on to your Medicare section and you've had your vaccination, you'll be able to see your certificate details there. And when you've had your 2 shots, that will come up and we'll be able to show that. Hasn't come in, but I do know that the airlines are looking at that, and let's just hope the state premiers get on board with that. Obviously, if you don't want to have a vaccination, that's fine. And if the borders are open, that's fine. But for those of us that are choosing to have the vaccination, it would be nice to think that there's some benefit. And I think a lot of us only really want it because we want to be able to travel. So that's a little bit of news there, some information that I found out about that. The Singapore, great information about Singapore. They're not doing the elimination route like us. They've tried to do that and they realise it hasn't worked. So they're making a plan to work towards living with the virus.
Singapore has announced it will start treating COVID-19 like the flu thanks to its stellar vaccination rate. There will be no goals of zero transmission. Quarantine will be dumped for travellers, and close contacts of cases will not have to isolate. It also plans to no longer announce daily case numbers.
And using the passes and things like that, having multi-vaccinations for their people each year. So there's an interesting article on that, and just put write the word Singapore or take me away to Singapore, anything about Singapore in my feed here, and I will send you the link on that so you can have a look at it and see how other nations are going to move forward so we can get back out there. I'm also looking forward. Cairns flight started last week and I did post on that. And Doug and I have booked for September. We're going to go, so fingers and toes crossed that we'll still be in the same good position as we are now in Port Stephens and the Hunter Valley and be able to travel. And by all means, go online and have a look at those flights. They're 3 times a week. Support the airlines that support coming into Newcastle, and it's fabulous if we don't have to stop en route, don't have to stop in Melbourne or don't have to stop in Brisbane, and I'm really looking forward to that. Do that, but I am going to share this video. I'll email this out to you so people have got an update for the week. And just looking forward to next year. I thought it's time to start dreaming, setting some goals for next year. So looks like Doug and I were going to do our best to take a trip to New Zealand. If you'd like to go, if you'd like to come on board and get some information about that, write New Zealand in the comments below, and I will let you know when we have some information about that. It would be at the end of the year, probably September, so it's still a long way away, but we need to plan these things, don't you think? Get excited about it. And then I've got a conference in Las Vegas, so I'm registered for that, but wouldn't it be exciting if I could go there? And, so that would be a real gamble. I don't waste my money gambling, but I'm looking forward to being able to do that. So once again, I hope this information has been helpful. For those that don't know me, my name's Narelle, and we have had Holiday World for over 25 years, serving the people of Port Stephens and the Hunter Valley with their travel plans. We are still here looking after you through all the ups and downs of the last 15 months since March last year, and we are still here. We haven't closed. People said, oh, you're still doing that travel thing. Yes, we are still doing the travel thing. And we are working towards what you can do and looking forward to being able to get back out there when things are safe enough for you to go back overseas. So say hi in the comments. Thanks for coming along with me on this journey, and I look forward to catching up with you next week. Bye for now.